I just can't get a break.
Yo, what's going on, guys? So right now, I am at a distribution center in Maryland, and right now I'm waiting on the cops because while I was going to drop off my empty trailer, a yard jockey decided to basically swing his trailer to park while I was passing him on the right. He didn't check his mirrors, and he just basically hit the side of my trailer and dented it. I'm gonna basically put a picture up here. And he tried to put the blame on me, talking about, oh, Western never taught you guys how to drive or nothing like that. Mind you, I'm already passing this guy. I'm already on the right. He hits me. He dents my shit. He has no damage on his trailer or nothing like that. And he's lucky I wasn't carrying no cargo. My shit was empty. And now I had to call my company's accident line. I had to call my DM. I have to call the cops. I'm waiting on the cops now. And I have to get all this paperwork and stuff done because now they're trying to get my information and everything like that. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to wait until the cops get here and they can explain it because I don't have time for all this. I really don't.
I might as well just name this Truckin' Horror Story Part 3 and just make this whole thing a series. I'm in Maryland again, and this time I'm bringing an empty trailer to a warehouse so that I can drop that off and pick up my loaded trailer and bring that over to Pennsylvania. As I make my way into this distribution center, I make my way over to the left because the person at the front gate tells me to just park my trailer anywhere. As I'm driving down the left side, a yard jockey honks me and says there are no spaces on the left side. So I go, okay, do a U-E, and then I'm on my way over back to the right side. Now I'm behind this yard jockey who also has an empty trailer in front of me. We make it over from the left side to the right side, and we're on the right side of the road. So now he goes from the right side and he peers off to the left. And I'm right behind him and I'm going to pass him on the right. He slows down. As I'm passing him, he swings his trailer so that he can park on the left. I'm already on his right side. I don't have time to brake already. My truck's in the middle and the tip of his trailer on his blind side basically hits the side of my trailer on my driver's side. And we unfortunately had to stop. He comes out, he tries to curse me out, calling me an a-hole, and tells me that I was in the wrong and did they not teach me how to drive a Western Express. He basically gets mad and he tries to insult me. And the one part that I'm mad about is that I didn't record it as soon as it happened, but it's okay because it was a lot of things that got involved after that. He moves his trailer, I move forward, and I have to stop. I now have to call my company, I have to call my accident hotline, and I have to call the cops. He drives away. Another yard jockey comes up to me and tries to tell me that I was in the wrong and he's seen it 20 times and people like me never win because they have a rule at their distribution center that yard jockeys always have the right of way no matter what. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm just waiting for the cops at this point. I tell my accident hotline everything. Now I gotta get somebody to come and get this trailer because it's dented on the side. And now I'm just sitting there. Before the cops make it there, one of the people from the front desk come up to me and tells me that I have to move to the trailer because I'm still in an area where people have to work and they have to grab trailers and everything. Also, they were trying to get my license and my insurance information and my registration information and everything like that. And I said, that's perfectly fine as long as you guys are willing to give me your information, registration, and insurance information as well. You know, I'm willing to do a fair exchange. They said no. So I said, why would I give you my information if you're not going to give me yours? Now I'm just going to wait for the cops to get here and I'm just going to have to let them sort this out. It was like 45 minutes before the cops eventually got there. And between that 45 minutes, I'm on the phone with my accident hotline. I'm on the phone with the tow truck. I'm on the phone with my DM, and my DMs actually wind up leaving for the day, but not without giving me instructions on what to do with the trailer and what to do when the cops get there and everything like that. So I play it cool until the cops get there. The cops get there. The jockey that hit me is already gone, so I have to tell him everything that happened. I wind up giving the cop all the registration, insurance information and stuff like that. And he goes and gets the information from them as well. But then when he comes back to me, he doesn't get any insurance information from them, and he tells me that there was no insurance information from my truck either. Plus, there was no vehicles involved. There were nobody hurt. There was no injuries and stuff like that. So, and it was pretty much just driver registration and license like information exchange. It was the basic, you know. I asked him about any security camera footage. He said they didn't want to show him any security camera footage. So I'm asking him, you know, like, what do I do from here? He writes out an incident report. He prints one for me and he prints one for the company that hit me. And then I'm able to go on my way, you know? I'm thinking I'm just gonna put this trailer down, somebody is gonna come and get it, and then I should be on my way to grab my trailer and do my delivery. The people wind up coming up to me, the front desk people again. They wind up telling me that because I was involved in an incident at the yard that I would have to give them my license and my insurance information. And the cop isn't there anymore. So now I'm like, I already told you guys, I'm not willing to give any of my information if you're not willing to give me any of your information to relate to my company as well, right? Now, mind you, the trailer that hit me, the trailer that the yard jockey hit me with didn't belong to that company. It belonged to a whole nother company. I'm like, I can't give you any of my information if you're not willing to give me any of your information. And they basically wound up being Karens about it. So now the guy comes up to me and he says, my time for being in the yard expired because I was there over an hour. Now I would have to leave and I would have to come back technically to reset my time. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I unhook, I go and I leave the yard. And now as I'm at the gate, he's harassing me again for my information. And I'm like, yo, I'm not doing anything you tell me to do if you're not willing to cooperate with me. If I you're basically harassing me at this point. So now they're holding me at the gate. They're not trying to let me leave. I'm like, can you let me leave? He goes, no. And then he goes into his booth and he shuts the window. He's trying to call his manager and everything like that because he's telling me it's company policy. So now I have to call the cops again. The manager comes up and they eventually open the gate and they let me through. Same cop comes up, basically is like stuck trying to figure out like what to do with the situation. Now the cop and I are having a conversation. He winds up pulling the driver that hit me. He wound up pulling his information up for me. And how interesting. This driver was like 50 something years old, right? This driver had an expired driver's license and a suspended driver's license from 2022. Yeah. So in my head, as soon as I hear that, I grab my pen, I grab my paper, and I just start writing shit down. He hit me without a commercial driver's license, with a suspended and expired driver's license. And I'm trying to figure out how is it, and he's basically he made it like a year doing this. And I'm like, yo, nobody thought to check this guy? Not even his job, which has all of his driver information on there. They let him drive in an area where there are people with commercial vehicles. Y'all let him operate. Y'all really try to give this guy the right of way. Y'all really try to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. There's nothing I can do about that, yo. He winds up getting the company's name for the trailer that hit me, and he calls them. They didn't pick up the first time. He had to wait for a call back. They called him back, and they didn't want to give him any information. So I wasn't required to give any information. Eventually, I was just like, listen, they got two choices. They could either deny me this load, or I go in, I grab my load with a police escort, and I go on my way. And he goes, okay, let me see what I can do. I get out, and I got a video with me just asking them, can I go and grab this trailer and be on my way?
So, is it okay if I still go inside and grab my load and I can be on my way? It's still due tonight at midnight.
Western wants to know if he can still pick up his load.
Yeah. You got all our information?
All the information I can get, yes.
If you got all our information, then yeah, we're good.
Alrighty.
Wait, what was it? He's good to go?
Yeah, like I can't. Like that's the boss. He said he's okay to go in. So.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Thank you.
All right. I'm just glad I made it out of there safely. Trucking Horror Stories Part 3. Follow for more.